Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Breaking tonight in our top stories, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. Las Vegas police and the FBI held a joint press conference today announcing they've arrested the mother of the 7-year-old boy whose body was found in Mountain Springs. 35-year-old Samantha Moreno Rodriguez was arrested this morning and booked into a Denver jail on 1 count of murder. She's the mother of Liam Husted, whose body was found on May 28th near a trailhead between Las Vegas and Pahrump.
There is nothing that indicates there was any type of long-term abuse whatsoever, nor any type of involvement with social services prior to that. Yes, we are 100% confident that he was killed here in Clark County. Specifically, we believe he was actually killed in Mountain Springs.
Officials say they plan to extradite the mother to Clark County. For the full timeline of this investigation, head over to our website. In more crime stories, a judge has agreed to issue the order for a death row inmate to be executed in July. 45-year-old Zane Floyd was convicted of killing 4 people inside a Las Vegas grocery store. He'll be the first person to be executed in the state of Nevada since 2006. And in the world of politics, 4 years after marijuana was legalized, Governor Steve Sisolak signs Assembly Bill 341, which allows cannabis lounges. People were able to purchase marijuana before, but often struggled to find a place to consume it legally.
In the near future, tourists in Las Vegas will finally have a place they can go to consume cannabis legally. Some people, including the bill's sponsor Steve Yeager, think that these lounges will cement Las Vegas as a global cannabis destination. The earliest we could see them open up is October, but given all the work that needs to be done, including the state setting up regulations, to the companies actually building out the facilities, there's a good chance we won't see most of these lounges open up until sometime next year.
Clark County Commissioner Tick Segerbloom says he's going to help ensure county ordinances align with this new legislation. On to your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. The $52 million underground tunnel designed by Elon Musk's Boring Company is now transporting World of Concrete trade show attendees at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour gives us the turnout. Good evening, Renee.
Good evening, Jen. The first day of the show, Monday, was dedicated to educational sessions, but today more people are expected to use the system. The arrival of the World of Concrete show this week is a very significant event, not only for the underground people mover, but it's the first major trade show in the country since the COVID-19 pandemic. It's also the first time the newly expanded $1 billion West Hall will be put to use.
In the throes of the pandemic, we decided that construction workers were essential workers. We decided this project was an essential project. There were naysayers along the way, but we built this. And I can't thank Steve Hill enough and the men and women who made this a reality to build this building.
Now, after the ribbon cutting, LVCVA President and CEO Steve Hill is expected to report on the successful convention center loop capacity test to board members. He tweeted on May 28th that the system exceeded the goal of transporting over 4,400 passengers per hour. Jen?
Now to your weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour is here for you. You might be feeling those strong winds outside. Along with those high winds, expect temps to drop down to the mid-70s tonight. The red flag warning is expected to remain in effect until tomorrow night. And tomorrow we'll have highs in the mid-90s, then in the low 90s on Thursday. But expect things to heat up thereafter. Now on to your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County. The Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas sign gets rainbow lights for Pride Month. Clark County commissioners and representatives from the LGBTQ+ Community Center of Southern Nevada were able to turn on these colorful lights to show support specifically for the local LGBTQ community of Las Vegas. Plus, we have a truly unique property to share with you tonight. It'll be turned into an Airbnb rental and is known as the Hard Luck Mine Castle near Death Valley National Park. Now, this property sits in the middle of the desert, well off the main road. It features 22 rooms, including a fountain room and an observatory for stargazing. On to your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. Health officials plan to host a pop-up vaccine clinic and drive-through pantry at Desert Breeze Community Center on Friday. The vaccine clinic is set to open at 7 a.m. and food distribution with the Culinary Academy of Las Vegas should start at 8 a.m. on a first-come, first-served basis. And we've already told you Nevada's 2-week positivity rates have been steadily dropping over the past several weeks. Today, that rate is unchanged at 3.5%. The state reported 347 new COVID cases on Tuesday and 3 deaths. 291 of those new cases were in Clark County.
Here's the latest in sports. The Las Vegas Aviators will return home this week to host their in-state rival, the Reno Aces and Tacoma Rainiers, in a season-long 12-game homestand from June 10th through the 22nd. Las Vegas Ballpark will welcome 100% capacity fans for the first time this season starting June 10th. The team has released multiple promotions to entice fans, including $2 beer nights, a fireworks show, and free giveaways. Individual game tickets starting as low as $13 can be purchased through Ticketmaster.com. Sports betting sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Golden Knights and the Avalanche haven't settled their playoff series, but they do know who the winner will face in the next round. The Montreal Canadiens completed a 4-game sweep of the Winnipeg Jets on Monday and will advance to take on the Vegas Colorado winner. The Canadiens are still 12-1 at the Westgate to win the Stanley Cup, despite being the only team so far to clinch a spot in the Final Four. They have won 7 straight games, including sweeping Winnipeg at consensus prices of plus 130, minus 105, minus 125, and minus 145.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. And we've already told you Guns N' Roses will be returning to Vegas, and now we know where. GNR will be the first rock band to play at Allegiant Stadium on August 27th. And we're learning more about Virgin Hotel's Unstoppable Party coming up this Thursday, headlined by Christina Aguilera. Within the hotel, Afters Ice Cream is set to open on Thursday, along with sports bar and entertainment venue Money Baby Friday night. Thanks for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. Coming up in less than an hour, we'll have much more on conventions coming back to Vegas. We'll see you then.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.